Businesses are suffering quite a few things in different areas. One's about data ownership, accountability, business agility, right? Those three things are probably the top of my list, right? Things like, for example, data mesh, right, which Snowflake easily handles anyway because of the way that Snowflake's been set up. But pretty much all of that comes down to business agility and how quickly you can scale to deliver business value, right? And the biggest problems we've seen in terms of data is there's a lot of thought that has to go into it initially up front to build a lot of these pipelines and processes to help drive value. It's quite difficult for organizations to take all the new technologies, pull it together, build a good model that can work for all different use cases. I don't think that's ever the case to do that in one go. Slice and dice your use cases, build the use cases slowly, and build out the platform when they need to. And Snowflake easily provides that. So one of the key things I would say is that you can host unstructured, structured, and semi-structured data onto the platform, right? You can do machine learning onto that. You can do data warehousing activities onto it. You do data science activities onto this as well. You can build your machine learning models with things like with languages such as Scala, Java, and Python, right? So we've got that. You can build apps on Snowflake now, right? Yes, exactly. So therefore, we've grown out of the whole data world. Now we're apps as well, right? So therefore, you can now do everything that you want, right? In one platform, right? Build your solutions, build your entire capability, right? And then off the back of it, there's no management involved in infrastructure. It's all handled for you. You get your compute when you need it to do your processing, and when you don't need it, you switch it off. So some of the case studies that we have, right, it goes actually across multiple different verticals. We've got life sciences, we've got telecoms, we've got healthcare, we've got retail, pretty much every type of vertical you can think of, right? So some organizations, for example, like life sciences, let's choose that as an example. They're using Snowflake to actually help make customers have a better experience with their organization. So they're tailoring certain things, like how they engage with healthcare professionals, what's the best way to address them, what actually, looking at the medical history, what makes sense to offer them compared to other types of products. They're using it from a personalization perspective than anything else. So that's one of the use cases that we have. Another one is like machine learning forecasting. So one of the examples that we have at the moment is we've got a forecasting model that we have, which another customer's doing, looking at footfall, right? Literally, this was quite impressive. They had their own model and an expert there. They compared it to our model that we built on Snowflake within our data science teams within PS, right? And we found that our model worked better than their internal model with their own internal experts. So, and the thing is, the ecosystem of Snowflake is not just about having the data that you already have within your organization. There's aspects which are called collaboration, which is how we share data and share apps within other processes and other companies, like our data marketplace already, right? You can get information about COVID data, holiday data, and so on, all available with a click of a button, right? So if you can take that, make that available within your organization with the snap of a finger, why wouldn't you use it? Big Data London's been amazing, actually, because one of the key things that's happened in the last few years, right, is COVID, so you stop meeting people. Right? And I've had the opportunity to meet with our customers, our partners, and our colleagues in a real setting. I can talk to them face to face, have those conversations, and just talk about things that we just never had a chance. Because when you're in the virtual world, you have to physically make time, put something in the calendar. And the thing is, that's been one of the key things I've driven out of here, is I'll be actually meet a lot of my customers and my colleagues.